in space, racing that moon, climbing the walls of a hurricane, still overall, can't complain. All I wanted was one chance to let freedom ring. Said I had to get a permit, a bunch of tags and everything. Never made it through the red tape. Got this paper hat, I got a job working weekdays. You want fries with that? I got nothing to lose, nothing to gain. It's like a one-way ticket to cruise in the passing lane. Can't complain. I was talking with my girlfriend, told her I was stressed. Said I'm going off the deep end. She said, God, for once, give it a rest. We're all waiting in the dugout, thinking we should bitch. How you gonna throw a shot out if all we do is bitch? I got nothing to lose, nothing to gain. It's like a one-way ticket to cruise in the passing lane. Can't complain. I can see it. Now I've got a brand new dance. Need one more shot. Just need one last chance. No, I won't get caught. Gonna make my last stand, and this time I can't be bought. But then again, on the other hand, how much have you got? I've got nothing to lose. I've got nothing to gain. It's like a one-way ticket to cruise in the passing lane. I can't complain. Well, out of place, well, out of tune, so lost in space, racing that moon, climbing the walls of a hurricane, still overall, can't complain. Hey, how are you all? I can't complain. Coke machine glowing through a parking lot. Call it a room with a view. This was the best night of pool that I ever shot. I made a lot of money too, looking for some company in a weekly scene. I seen an ad that just had to be you. I hadn't seen you since New Orleans. I never did figure out where you run off to. I know I looked bad the last time you saw me, but lately I've been doing alright. I won a tournament last week in Oklahoma City, hustled half of this town tonight. I got some cocaine, if you want some. It's the best that I could find. Hey, we could just sit here and talk all night if that big old guy out in the car don't mind. Like old time, screw off the top on a bottle of wine, living out our own kind of American dream. Like old time, your goal was always the same as mine. You didn't want to throw your fishing line in that old mainstream. No, I ain't expecting anybody but you. I don't know who this could be at the door, but I'm pretty sure that you got a clue, and I'll bet you've been to this hotel before. But do you know what? In the bathroom, but you don't flush it down just yet. You get the wind, I'll put your patron in a suitcase and I'll light a cigarette. It'll be like old time, just like the old time, living out our own kind of American dream. Like old time, your goal was always the same as mine. You didn't want to throw a fishing line in that old mainstream. sir, officer, you don't understand. We're just two old friends drinking wine. I'm sure she is, but that's not all she is. She is also an old friend of mine. I've got her high school picture right here in my wallet, 1982. No sir, officer, no offense taken. You have a good night too. We didn't throw this away. Baby, turn up the radio. I'm pretty sure that cop knew what we were up to. I guess he just decided to let us go. Oh, don't make such a thing about that picture, but that was just something I kept. Don't get all sentimental on me now, girl. You haven't even told me what your new name is yet. Old time. This is just like the old times. We're living out our own kind of American dream. Old times. Your goal was always the same as mine. You just didn't want to have to throw your line in that old mainstream, and you didn't. I can already tell it's going to be a good night. I can tell already. Yeah, I don't want to go any further into my portion of the show without thanking the Beachland Ballroom for giving me a chance to come back and play for you guys tonight. And you might not have ever seen me play before. Maybe some friend of yours said, "Oh, you got to come see this guy on a beer run." And if you did drag a friend out here, I appreciate it. And if you're the friend that got dragged out here, my name is Todd Snider, and I've been driving around 15 years making this shit up and singing for anybody that'll listen to it. Some of it's sad, some of it's funny, some of it's short, some of it's longer than others, and sometimes I will ramble on for as many as 18 minutes in between the songs. Next year, I plan to attempt to break that record. I'm working on a story that is going to be 19 minutes long, but I'm going to tell it next time.
Hey, you do house
I only got
party?
17 minutes of it so far. I don't do a bunch of stuff though. I'm going to do some old stuff and some new stuff. And I think the last time I was here, I played this song for you, and I hoped that I think I told you that I hoped that it would inspire some of you to have sex with each other. Did it work out for anybody? A couple maybe? You don't want to stay? Well, I hope the same thing tonight. This is a band from my hometown. This song is dedicated to a band from my hometown called the Kingsmen. And they wrote a song in the 60s. Well, they didn't write it, but they recorded it. They recorded a song in the 60s that was so allegedly sexually suggestive and lewd that the government opened up a file on the song to make sure that it wasn't so suggestive and lewd that it would change society. And something did, but I don't know if it was the song. The Kingsmen came together in a garage. See, they could hardly even play, but they practiced night and day, and pretty soon they got to where they could really play that song Louie Louie. So they saved up all the money from the shows, and they went into the studio, and they gave their version of the song Louie Louie Try. Now, listen, I don't know the words to that song Louie Louie, and I'm pretty sure the singer for the Kingsmen didn't know him either. If he did know him, he didn't get him right on the record, because on the record they sound completely jumbled in his jaw. He says, "Me think of me, girl, oh so constantly, may I make her See, that last part scared everybody from the PTA to the FBI. It seemed like the kids kids have been going kind of crazy lately and nobody could figure out why. So they decided to form a coalition and launch an investigation. You know, for the children, they figured they at least had to try to figure out the words to that song, Louie Louie. Just feel good. Hit of this endless summer, it gets kids out of control. Singing along to that star-spangled bomber. Hail, hail, rock and roll. You know, Marilyn Manson's real name is not even Marilyn Manson. He's a skinny public high school kid from Florida. He's not some monster from out of this world. And like a lot of skinny public high school kids, he was sick of seeing the pulling guard, getting beaten up by the pulling guard all week, only to go out on the weekend and watch the quarterback get all the girls. So he formed the band, man. And now he gets a lot of chicks. They're weird chicks. But they're chicks. Later, a couple of latchkey kids go tragically mad. Everybody's gathered around the television station at the mall trying to figure out what went wrong. This guy says, "You think the life of a kid going to school around here could have gotten so bad?" And this other guy says, "No, man. It's got to be some of the lyrics to one of the goddamn Marilyn Manson songs. So screw it." Everybody else. It's the feel good hit of this endless summer. It gets kids out of control. Singing along to that star-spangled bummer. Hail, hail, rock and roll. So our country and some other little country, we start firing all of our newest weapons at each other for some reason or another. Right or wrong, like it or not, it happens. And when it happens, people get shot. When people get shot, they show that on TV a lot. Every night at 6 o'clock. And you don't have to be 18 to see that. You even got to be in first grade. First grade, where they teach the kid the pride, they tell him he's going to need to thrive in a world where they say that only the strong will survive. So he's taught the art of more, to compare to and to keep score. Monday through Friday while he stares at the floor. Well, this time they make him wear a suit and a tie. And listen to some until Sunday when they make him go to school once more. Only this time he's got to wear a suit and a tie. And listen to some guy who claims to know where people go when they die. Tell him that only the meek are going to inherit your shit. By this time he doesn't know what anything is worth. Now brothers and sisters, I'm only one guy. And I don't even know the words to that song, Louie Louie. Hardly even know the words to this song. But I really know the words to that song, Louie Louie. But I can tell you right now without batting an eye that the next time some latchkey kid goes wrong, it ain't gonna be because that Eminem got to say the word fag in his song. And I'm not trying to preach to you either. I'm just trying to sing to you too, string a few words together, make it back home. You know what I'm talking about. Hey, Cleveland. Or as they say in Spinal Tap, hello, Cleveland. It's your thing. Do what you want to do. I can't tell you who to sock it to. It's your thing. Do what you want to do. I can't tell you who to sock it to. It's your thing. Tension, tension's all that I know. I've got tension out in traffic, I've got tension in my office, I've got tension and it's everywhere that I go. After the bad guy killed off all the underdeveloped characters, the good guy put a bullet right through his head. Then the screenwriter stood up and he told us that all the loose ends have been tied. He said justice is irrelevant. Violent problems need violent solutions. Because in America we like our bad guys dead. It's called box office, baby. It's bigger than the stone. Even with their new bass players. They're still pretty big. They rubbed off all my problems and they pointed their fingers at drug addiction. I think it's because they know if you're the one doing the pointing, nobody's looking at you. But you know this war on drugs is funded by the Tobacco and Alcohol Commissions. It's not what drugs that you're strung out on they care about so much as whose. People still take drugs, and you know they do. Shit. They are literally bigger than Rush Limbaugh. He used to be pretty big. Tension, tension, tension's all I know. I've got tension in my courtroom, I've got tension in my classroom, I've got tension and it's everywhere that I go. When rock and roll first came around, preachers all went crazy. Pretty soon that wasn't enough to bring people in the door. So now they jump on just about anything that they can to try and save me. Because they know that I don't buy that bullshit about the devil's music anymore. Homosexuals getting married. That's what scares people that have literally nothing else to be afraid of these days. Tension, tension, tension is all that I know. Does it sound alright to you so far? You gotta give me a second to warm up and everything. We're serving you drinks, right? This will be great. We'll get real drunk eventually. I do a couple that I'm pretty into. I'll be like, this is one I come up with my friend Will Kimbrough and it's Horseshoe Lake. This morning I can't punch in. There's too many questions under my skin. My back is aching. I'm so confused. Can't help but feeling like I am being used. Did like they told me to. I settled down. Now I'm going crazy, working at this job downtown. What do I do here? What do I say? Who are all these people that I check in with every day? I need a room to think this over. I need a ride out the Horseshoe Lake. I don't feel like it makes a difference. What difference one man makes. They say that one man makes money, one man makes drink. I need some time away from all of this. I need a drink. How did I get here? Where will I go? Why am I still so haunted by everything that I don't know? I need a room to think this over. I need right out to Horseshoe Lake. I won't feel like it makes a difference. What difference one man makes? They say one man makes money, one man makes time. Ain't time to think it over. Wanna wake up my own mind.
Happy Hanukkah!
D.B. Cooper was 43 when I first heard his name. 47 miles away from where it fell down to his fame. He told me that the hardest part wasn't really jumping out of a plane. It was spending the night watching police lights shine down through the pouring rain. They had a manhunt that next morning like nothing I'd ever seen. I was only 8 years old at the time. I was watching on the TV screen. They were saying he was never gonna make it now. Now the daylight had set in. Later that night they were watching them lights down on the mountain again. Not far away from the city of roses, they all watch those lights up the rain. D.B. Cooper, so the cops, they blocked off all the exit roads and they turned loose all of their hounds. They even dragged the river up a couple of times to see if he had drowned. With all those men working overtime, they swore they would bring him down. A parachute and a few $100 is all that they ever found. Not far away from the city of roses, they all watch those lights up through the rain. Now some people say that he died up there somewhere in the rain and the wind. But other people say that he got away and his girlfriend did him in. Well, all men say if he is out there someday, they're gonna drag him in. As for me, I hope they never see old D.B. Cooper again. Not far away from the city of roses, the lights shine from a house out in the rain. It's D.B. Cooper, probably drinking champagne. I don't really drink champagne. Because first I gotta get through the shit that I like, you know? Like, when you're a singer on the road, that's a lot of what you go through, you know, like I'll do double wide for sure, but I got all this bullshit I'm doing that's new, some shit I gotta get off my chest. I'll lay that on you, we'll do beer run 9 times, we'll get out of here. Yeah, I remember when I used to come up here, I used to come up to this place down, what's that thing? There's like a river down there with an amphitheater, and they go, what do they call that little section? The Flats. There's a bar down there in the Flats. First time. Huh? What? Nautica stage?
Yeah.
That controls all these. Thank you. All right, listen, hang on.
Where are you from?
No. Fucking Carol Burnett. Have to really go someplace. Listen, I wanted to tell you something because I was talking about earlier. I came here. I used to come here and we'd do that one little part of town. I can't remember the name of the bar, but we'd come. I had a band called the Nervous Wrecks. Did any of y'all know that? See, it was pretty good. I thought we practiced a lot, and people seemed like they enjoyed our shows. But we enjoyed them too. We did pretty good, and we came up here and we played a few times. It was the only band that I was ever a singer in. I like to play alone, but it's also fun to be in a band sometimes with a bunch of other different people traveling around. And no, let me change that. I'm gonna do a different thing. That's not true about, I was the lead singer of a different band one time, but it was just for a brief second, and it was really like one of them classic show business, being in the right place at the right time situations. That's the story I'm gonna tell you. I was the rhythm guitar player in this band called KK Rider, and I got to be the lead singer, which was a classic show business, right place at the right time story. I'm going to tell it to you now. I was playing in Memphis 4 or 5 nights a week to make the way that I lived, and a record company came to one of my shows and said, how about if you make an album for us and we'll give you a certain amount of money? And I thought, well, you guys seem interesting. And they said, here. And I thought, whoa, this could be good. And so I signed the deal. And they said, what we want you to do, though, is don't play Memphis, because we want you to take 6 months off from Memphis, make a record, and then go back to town and do a big show. Fine. Fucking great. But here's my question. Here's my question to you, Mr. Record Company guy. How am I going to eat between now and the record coming out? And he said, we have big plans for you to be very popular. But that was 6 or 7 months away, and it never really even panned out. But I still thought, you haven't answered my question about these 6 or 7 months where there's going to have to for sure be some top ramen involved, or when I put out the record, I won't be here. And they said, but you're going to be huge. And I said, what if I join a band where it's not me? And they said, you can do that. So I joined this band. I saw an ad in the paper for a band. There was a country band. They played the country hits of the day. And they needed a rhythm guitar player. So I went and I got the job as the rhythm guitar for this band called KK Rider. And KK wasn't his name. I don't remember what his name was, but we all called him KK Rider. I don't even know why he called his fucking band that. It was a country cover band. They'd be like, I'm shameless, I'll play rhythm guitar. That's how I made my living, you know. And so I got in KK Rider, and we were playing this pool hall one night. And I'm just gonna tell you, this is the shtick of the pool hall. We're playing, and they have say that we were here, but the roof was 10 feet tall, and very low ceiling, and they had a rope swing hanging down right in the middle, pointing towards the band. So if you were on the swing, you'd come towards the band and away from the band. And there was these little bells on the roof. Say if it was here, this roof would be down a lot lower, like where somebody could get just right above you, just barely above you, and swing gently forward and tap this bell that was attached to the roof, and loft gently backwards and tap this other bell that was also attached to the roof. And when one of the chicks did that, that meant it was half-price drinks until some other chick did that, right? And we would play. We would do this. Would go on through the course of the night. Now, so remember, visually, I'm not the lead singer. I was a rhythm guitar player, so I was over there and watching the girls at Signify Drink Special. So when that would happen, it was free drinks for me too. So I would watch. KK Ryder would be singing with his eyes closed. He had this jacket with tassels on it. You know? And we'd be singing. I remember this particular night, the night that Fade intervened, man. And I got to be the leader of the band. That night, he had his tassels hanging, his eyes closed, and we were singing all these country hits of the day. And we were in the middle of a song from the 70s, remember? Like, don't make you wanna dance, don't make you wanna smile. When you're down, down, down in the country picking, sing a while. Remember that? Somebody? So we were playing that. Don't make. So all I gotta do is this. And I'm to the side. And the girl gets up on the swing and she lofts gently forward and she lofts gently backwards and she taps the thing and it's half-price drinks. And I'm on rhythm guitar. KK Ryder's got his eyes closed. Tassels swinging, he's singing the hits of the day. We're singing Don't Make You Wanna Dance. Girl gets up, hits the bell, gently lofts back, hits the other bell, half-price drinks, everybody's having a good time. Seconds later, a woman that was clearly sitting at a table and not working for the event, with her sleeves cut off of her 38 special t-shirt. She gets up on top of her chair and she jumps on the swing. And she starts going back and forth on the swing. And I'm thinking to myself, from over here, she doesn't work here. And she has no control of the drink specials whatsoever. But she's on this fucking swing. And doing cat calls and all the stuff we do in the South. Great shit. 38 special shirt. Yeah! Swinging gently back and forth. The crowd's loving it. The bartender, who is also the owner of the bar, comes flying out from behind the bar for insurance purposes and screams, "You cannot be up there on that swing." Her boyfriend now, different tour, 38 special shirt. Sleeves cut off. He jumps up. He's paid a cover, right? What the fuck? Well, my girl's on the swing, and you can tell by the cat calls and the whoos that she's doing that she's having fun, and we paid $8 to get in here, and fuck you, you got a swing, and my woman is on it. Fuck you. And so this guy's like, but I carry the insurance, right? And as you start to make points as a man, am I mistaken? Your chest would come out a little bit. You're like, hey, that's bullshit. No, really, that's bullshit. I'm serious. And you start coming further out from the top of your body physically towards the other guy, right? And I'm like, God, Animal Channel. So these guys are pressing their chests out. They don't even have big weightlifting chests or whatever. They have bellies, you know, but they're trying to get their chests out as far as they can, and they're hitting them into each other. And this drunk ass bitch is screaming for her life, man, having the time of her fucking life. And I'll tell you this, and it's not like I'm trying to pass on information to you guys. I don't come to town and say like, I know some stuff, I know a few chords, I know some stuff. Really, I never say like, what about the children, or enjoy your life, or any of that. I mean, I might say enjoy yourself, but I never say like, do this and then you'll be happy. I never think that because I know a couple chords that I might have some information to fucking pass on. It's almost an embarrassment to the folk singing community. While we do sing about wolves and trees and somehow that ties together into your children. It's an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment. And I don't claim to be part of any of that fucking shit. None of it. What I do know though, what I do know that I can pass on to you right now. If you're outside in a park on a swing and you're outdoors and the sky is the limit, kicking your legs back and forth to go faster is fucking fine. And I'm not trying to preach to you, but if you're indoors and there's a ceiling, there's a maximum, kicking your legs back and forth on a swing might hurt you in a physical way. And this woman was kicking her legs back and forth and going faster and fucking faster, and her cat calls were getting muted, more muted. Woo, woo, woo. She's hitting the bell with her head. She's hitting her head on the bell. She's hitting her knees on the bell. She's going back and forth, clearly hurting herself. These two guys aren't even paying attention. I'm paying attention. I'm enjoying the fuck out of it. I'm like telling the drummer, this chick's gonna die. This guy's gonna fight. This is the best gig we've ever had. But it didn't happen like that because her boyfriend, romantically and yet stupidly, turned and saw my girl is hurting herself. She's hitting her head on the ceiling and then her knees on the ceiling and then her head. And I think he thought I should do something, which is what I would have thought. Then he did the dumbest thing, the dumbest fucking thing he had done the whole night. And we were playing, don't it make you want to dance? Don't it make you want to smile? And literally, unless he did something dumber after he left the club, this was the dumbest fucking thing he did. He turned around, he said, my woman is hurting herself. He grabbed the rope to stop her, right? Now, some of y'all already know what happened. She starts coming towards us. And I'm playing rhythm guitar over here. KK Ryder's got his eyes closed and his tassel swing. Don't make me want to dance. And I'm like, she comes across the bar, hits between the monitors and the microphone, lands. The microphone goes down and back up like James Brown, comes back up, hits KK Ryder right in the fucking chips. He goes down, she goes down. She, I'm pretty sure, was unconscious when she came towards us, but she was for sure unconscious when she landed. And she laid this way across the microphone, and when he fell, when KK Ryder fell, he fell this way, and he was unconscious, and they formed a T. Wham! She landed here, and he landed here, and they formed like a T. And I was over here. And I know the words to this one. I looked at the rest of the band, you know. It was one of them classic show business cases of being in the right place at the right time. Well, I've been gone for so long. Feels good to get back home, back to my friends and all the faces I want to see. It's like a rainbow in the sky, a certain twinkle in everybody's eye, telling me they believe in what I am and what I want to be. your buddy picked and said, why? Black, well it was white. Betty and Willie got it on one night. They climbed in a bottle of Tanqueray. Fell in love that very day. Sat by the fire, they listened to jazz. They had pretty little dreams, like every couple has. Had to be careful when they went out at night. Betty was black, Willie was white. Willie's old man got him out of the will. Hired a lawyer, sent Willie the bill. Said, do what you want, boy, anything fine. From now on, you ain't no son of mine. Betty's mama tried to understand. Daddy just gave her the back of his hand. He said, do what you want, girl, just don't never come back. See, Willie was white, Betty was black. Next few years, difficult one. Put up with snares and social show. One fine year, the boy's son, and named the boy Todd. And the drain of years wouldn't be so bad when Todd could stand up in his skin of brown, not be afraid when he walked downtown. The dream of a day when the future's alright. Be proud to be black, be proud to be white, dream of a day, future's alright. Be proud to be black, be proud to be white, dream of a day when the future's alright. Be proud to be black, be proud to be white, dream of a day when the future's alright. Be proud to be black, be proud to be white, dream of a day when the future's alright. Be proud to be black, be proud to be white, dream of a day when the future's alright. Betty was black, oh God Almighty, Willie was white. Well, you guys have been really nice to me. I appreciate it. I'm just doing this one more thing that kind of got on my mind, and then we'll just start taking requests and stuff. I even know brown-eyed girl and shit like that. I dragged my wife up here. We've been on the road. I did, and my wife came with me about our dog. Bring him out! Bring him out. Hey, they do the Charleston shit. My wife and I, we get along good. We're different. We're different. I say tomato. She says, go fuck yourself. Driving all day, we both said nothing. You threw your face in a magazine. I tuned into an oldies station. I flew away in a time machine. This world is so amazing. The sun is shining and it's raining too. I waited all my life for you. I don't mind sometimes not talking. Sometimes there's nothing to say. Anyway, I know what you're thinking. I kinda like it when you think that way. Think I'll just keep on driving anywhere will do. I waited all my life for you. All this time I knew you were out there. All this time I knew someday I'd find you somewhere. Some people tell you everything they think of. They say, yes, I will, but they never do. Sometimes I've got to ask you to speak up. Everything that you say is true. Say you'll be mine forever, never leave me blue. I waited all my life for you. I waited all my life. Got my math theater right here. That's statistics show. Woo! 14 out of 10 of you are gonna love this. They say that 3% of people use 5 to 6% of their brain. 97% use just 3% and the rest goes down the drain. I'll never know which one I am, but I'll bet you my last time 99% think we're 3% 100% of the time. They say 60% false statistics are made up right there on the spot. 82.4% of people believe them whether they're even accurate statistics or not. I don't know what you believe, but I do know there's no doubt I'll need another double shot of something 90 proof. I got too much to think about. Too much to think about. Too much to figure out. Stuck between hope and doubt. Too much to think about. They say 60% of all statistics are made up right there on the spot. 82.4% of people believe them whether they're even accurate statistics or not. I don't know what you believe, but I do know there's no doubt I'll need another double shot of some 90 proof. I got too much to think about. Too much to think about. Too much to figure out. Stuck between hope and doubt, too much to think about. They say that 80% of everything you learn in college is bullshit you're not going to need. 3.4% of everything you bought to satisfy your greed, because you know that 90% of the world's population is going to link your possessions to your success. Even though 98% of the wealthiest 1% of the population drinks to an alarming extent. More money, more stress, I guess. Too much to think about, too much to figure out. Stuck between hope and doubt, it's too much to think about. Well, pick it then, boy. All right, pick it. statisticians truly hate their fucking job. The average bank robber lives within, say, about 20 miles of the bank that he robs. This little bank not so far from here that I've been watching now for a while. Seems like lately all I can think about is how bad I wanna go out in style. Too much to think about, too much to figure out. Stuck between hope and doubt. Too much to think about, too much to think about, amen. Too much to think about, alright. I got a dusty old pile of vinyl records sitting on my floor. I played each one of them over and over at least a dozen times or more. All I got is a beat up chair, a mattress, a fork, and another one to spare, and that dusty old pile of records on my floor. I got Willie Wade and Woody, got the Jimmy Buffett, Lovin' and Bobby Jen, Sherry Chap, Bob Dylan, Donnie Fritz, Death, The Doors, Betsy Klein, John Bryan, more. Jackson Brown, Towns, Van Zandt, Zeppelin, Skinner, Chip, Guy Clark, Van Halen, Reed, Chris, Keith Sykes, Country Joe, and his thing with the fish, no. Eminem, U2, and all the James Taylor, Jimmy Rod, St. Williams, Mojo, Nixon, Hendrix, Haggard, and a whole lot more. And that dusty old pile of vinyl records sitting on my floor. One time in San Francisco, I was standing in the airport line. In one bag I had all my old clothes, and the other was all them old records of mine. They said I could only bring one bag. I had two, Lord, what a drag. I had to jump on the plane and leave all my clothes behind. I got Willie Wade and them Woody, got the Jimmy Buffett, Lovin' and Bobby Jen, Sherry Chap, Bob Dylan, Donnie Fritz, Dead, The Doors, Betsy Klein, John Bryan, and more. I got Jackson Brown, Towns, Van Zandt, Zeppelin, Skinner, Chip, Guy Clark, Van Halen, Reed, Chris, Keith Sykes, Country Joe, and his singing with the fish, no. I got Eminem, U2, and all the James Taylor, Jimmy Rod, St. Williams, Mojo, Nixon, Hendrix, Haggard, and a whole lot more. Got all the Bucket T's, Tom T. Halls, Bobby Beer, Bella Funny, and the New York Dolls, Jimmy Coach, Jim Coach, Cross Stills, and the Ass, John Jr., and Roseanne Cash, Old Good Prime, Old Sam, and Dave, T-Birds, Yardbirds, Steve Ray, and if you want to, I'm not trying to fuck with you, I got pie. Oh, Lord God Almighty, but heaven knows I got a lot of tongue pay. But I'm also got a lot of Helen ready. And that dusty old pile of vinyl records sitting on my floor. Having a good time so far? You know that Country Joe McDonald? You like him? Country Joe on the kid? Oh yeah. His birthday is on New Year's Day. Paper, all right. Yes, something to think about. This is all about a friend of mine. I don't know when his birthday was, but he used to say a lot of funny shit. He used to say he wanted to die peacefully in his sleep, and like his grandfather had done, and not screaming and crying like everybody else in the car. That's pretty good one. Yeah, a lot of good shit like that. Say life was like taking candy from a gorilla. He liked to hear train songs. Smoke long black Cadillac, engines winding down. Park it up on the sidewalk like you own the whole damn town. I'd hear him talking to some chick through a thick ghost of smoke, through a thicker haze of southern comfort and coke. He'd say, girl, you are hotter than the hinges hanging off the gates of hell. Don't be afraid to turn to me, baby, if I don't treat you well. And by he meant me, so I laughed and shook his head. He laughed a little bit louder, yelled about the man betrayed song. Pour me one more round, make him leave my boots on the day they let me down. And we run away, locomotive, I'm the one-track mind. And I'm looking for any kind of trouble that I can't find. Got this old black leather jacket, got this packed Marlboro red, got this stash here in my pocket, got these thoughts in my own head. Right to run until I gotta walk, till I've gotta crawl. This moment that I'm in right now, nothing is at all. The train song, pour one more round, make them leave my boots on the lady lay me down. I may run away, locomotive, I'm the one-track mind. Blizzard light, looked around his place, found him cold there on his own sofa. He had a little smile across his face. And though I tried with all my sadness, somehow I could not weep. Poor man looked to me like he died, laughing in his sleep, singing a train song, drinking one last round. Made him leave his boots on the day they laid him down. We say run away, locomotive, I'm this one-track mind. Play train song, play train song, play train.
Play them all, Todd.
Like missing you today. Sometimes I just get this way. Seems like everything I see brings back another memory. Feel like missing you today. Never too far from my right. Feel like crying sometimes. It's always been so hard to do, especially when it's come to you. Never too far from my mind. I know someday I will see your smiling face again. I don't know when, but I know it's true. One other thing I know, never work things out. Wish I could make amends for anything I might say back then. Can't help wondering out loud. Feel like missing you today. I ain't letting nobody stand in my way. Yeah, I'm gonna pull down these shades and I'm gonna play some old songs. I'm gonna pull down these shades and I'm gonna play some old songs. Coming to see me. This is a song she's part of. I come from Portland, Oregon. I think I've told you that a million times probably, but I know that's where I come from. It's pretty rainy out there. If you've never been out there, very green, very rainy. A lot of you can drive like a half hour from Portland. You can ski in the snow, or you can drive a half hour from Portland, or no, an hour. Just be on the beach. And I'm always bragging about where I'm from to my wife. She's from New York City. She grew up in Manhattan. Anyway, I went one time about 3 years ago. We saved up some money for our vacation, and me and my wife decided to go to see my mom, who lives just below Coos Bay, Oregon, on the coast in this town called Port Orford, Oregon. And if you want to go to Port Orford, Oregon by car, you got to drive through a town called Tillamook, and you got to go to a place called Tillamook County. So me and my wife, we rented a car and we started driving out to see my mom on vacation. One of the days of my vacation, I had a lot of time to think about things. And I came up with my vacation song. Sitting there waiting in the Tillamook County jail, hoping that she's not so bad now that she doesn't even pay my bail. If I was her, I'm not so sure I wouldn't keep on moving down the trail. I'm sitting there waiting in the Tillamook County jail. Got a lump on my head and a boot print on my chest from what these guys in here call the Tillamook County lie detector test. Well, I did my best, but as you might have guessed, it is a tough test not to fail. I'm sitting here waiting in the Tillamook County jail. One phone call, 2 Tylenol, 4 cold gray walls closing in. If I ever do get out on that highway again, I ain't never going back to Tillamook County. It all started when I had a little trouble with this guy on the highway crew. And that lying son of a gun, he told him I done some things that I didn't do. They came running for me down 101, lights flashing on my trail. Sitting here waiting in the Tillamook County jail. One phone call, 2 Tylenol, 4 cold gray walls closing in. If I ever do get out on that highway again, I ain't never going back to Tillamook County. Never going back to Tillamook County. Sitting there waiting in the Tillamook County jail. Still hoping that she's not so mad now that she doesn't even pay my bail. If I was her, I'm not so sure I wouldn't keep on moving down the trail. Sitting there waiting in the Tillamook County jail. Come down on vacation or leave on probation. Have to send all my money through the mail. Send all my money to Tillamook. I'll probably have to send at least half of tonight's money to Tillamook. J. That's a true story. Unfortunately, almost everything I'm telling you tonight is true. I went down to Tillamook County with my wife on vacation, and it turned into a big fiasco. And then it turned into this deal where I had to do 20 hours of community service. And I fucked it up, and they said they wanted 40 hours of community service, which is twice the community service. It was a miscommunication. They said they wanted me to teach kids about drugs. I should have been more specific. I was showing them how to make a bong out of an apple. He tried to look like he had a little bit of money. He's a grifter with a southern drawl. Well, I could tell right away by the way he was running that boy was just begging to crawl. At least a junkie knows what it needs. You get a man all strung out on his own greed, and he'll give up everything he's got for just one shot at having it all. You take it every last cent of his savings, only took it down a local track. He took it from the flare, put it all out the wind, only holds the name heart attack. He ain't no fool, didn't bet at all. So everything was cool when that horse took him fall. But then he turned around and blew the red sign and went it back. Singing nothing, he wanted easy money. Sad but it's true. Everybody wants the most they can possibly get, or the least they can possibly do. They wanted easy money. Don't understand. Oh, the scheme and they plan, but they can't get their hands on that easy money. Bet you've been watching him from the table. Not too soft, not too tough. She's thinking about the money been going around, and it's damn sure good looking enough. So she took out and said, shot him away. He took his last $5, bought her a drink. By the time they hit a motel, 60 big bills. They look at easy money. Sad but it's true. Everybody wants steal this big investment deal and dump them. Would you believe this? They're gonna let both of us in. So took all the savings out of the bank. On the way home they stopped 2 gas of a tank. She stepped in for some cigs and she never saw that fucker again. My baby mother been incarcerated, otherwise she would have been in day to testify every word I say. While it may be complicated, it's true in a way. See this woman here today, I hardly even know her. Give me once or twice a month to give her a lift, but she never give me any money around her. Every penny that she give me, she said was a gift. She said that it was a gift. Said it was a gift. My baby mother been incarcerated. Had some trouble with an interstate cop who said he saw her drive by obliterated and was further frustrated by the way she wouldn't stop to recall all the other cops had high-speed chase. She's been through the side of the trees when I think they might have planted marijuana in her suitcase. Going for the Lord through the sky ways, so cop ways, and incarcerated. Never had a lot of luck with the ladies, Your Honor. Never had a lot of luck with much of anything. Baby mother wanna drive Mercedes, Your Honor. My baby's mother wanna wear a bunch of diamond rings. She don't know why I can't afford these things. Been incarcerated, Lord, I'm kinda glad if I could tell you the truth. Her head don't have a whole lot here to do with the Spanish. See this woman here today, she just don't have any proof. I don't know whose voice I could be there on a telephone recording, maybe brother on some other friend that's in on too. The same old friend that coming up before us with sickness, secret times, I'm a signature, I'm telling you the truth, I'm telling you the truth. Telling you the truth, my baby mother been incarcerated. I understand about the verdict and everything, Your Honor. You're just doing your job, that's alright with me. Just one more thing from my friends and my family. Could you tell me when this particular episode is going to be on TV? We're gonna be on TV, baby. Nobody suffers like poor people suffer. 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 His wife's name is Betty Lou Phillips. He's not responsible for what he's been doing, 'cause his mother made him what he is, and it's up against the whole redneck mother. Mother who sure likes to drink that Falstaff beer. He likes to chase it down with wild turkey, bourbon, liquor. Gobble, gobble, gobble. This is quicker. He drives a 57 GMC pickup truck. They got a gun rack, and I would rather step in shit than smoke it, bumper sticker. And it's up against the wall, redneck mother who has raised son so well, so well. He's 34, drinking beer and a honky tonk. What you doing down there? He's kissing hippies' asses. I said, he's kissing hippies' asses. I said, he's kissing hippies' asses. I said, he's kissing hippies' asses. Conservative Christian, right-wing Republican, straight white American man. Gay bashing, black fearing, war fighting, tree killing, regional leaders of sand. Shirt tugging, frat housing, cake tapping, black slapping, hater of hippies like me. Tree hugging, peace loving, pot smoking, porn watching, lazy ass hippies like me. Tree hugging, peace loving, pro-choice and gay wedding, widespread panic digging hippies like me. Skin color blinded, conspiracy minded, protesters of corporate greed. We will have nothing, most likely will till we all end up locked up in jail. By conservative Christian, right-wing Republican, straight white American man. Diamonds and dogs, boys and girls, living together in two separate worlds, following leaders of mountains of shame, looking for someone to blame. I know I like to blame. Conservative Christian, right-wing Republican, straight white American male. Soul-saving, flag-waving, rush-loving, lamb-bathing, personal friends to the quail. Fight diligently, working so hard to keep free reigns of this democracy. From tree hugging, peace loving, pot smoking, porn watching, folk singing, hippies like me. Tree hugging, peace loving, pot smoking, porn watching, lazy ass hippies like me. Give me some chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. All I'm thinking is give peace a chance. Y'all, thank you for being so nice to me tonight. All we are saying is give peace a chance. Good night, y'all. Thank you so much. everybody. Happy birthday, Country Joe. I resolve to do like I always do. I only ever make it a couple days. There's no way man with no way woman on the sofa watching TV. He's yelling his opinion at the television. She looks up from her food and agrees. They got 2 bumper stickers on the pickup truck to keep the pickup parked outside. One sticker says, "What would Jesus do?" The other bumper says, "Power of Pride." I was thumbing through the stations on my own television when I came across the sky on the religious station, singing "Somebody's Coming." He sounded whiter than me somehow. Took me back in time through dwindling joy to when I was such a guilt-ridden Catholic boy. I'm evangelical agnostic now. I don't know what I'm doing here. You don't know what you're doing here. Now Christians, don't walk out on me just yet. You know whose name I'm yelling as I'm clutching my chest. The one my dad told me to, and he's told him to, and I probably pray as much or more than you do. Believe? Shit. Every word I sing. Believing and knowing, though, those are 2 different things. And if you're trying to change the way a stranger's life has to go, I believe this is where I want to stick to what I know, which is nothing, you know. Nothing for sure, so just chill till the next episode. Now back to the lecture at hand. Seems like my neighbor wants to kill what he can't understand. I say, we can't just kill what we don't understand, but I turn on my TV and I see, yeah, we can. We can, and we have since the dawn of man. For countless gods whose only real seeming plan was to see to it that clinging to life was our fate. And you got to admit that life is pretty great. But can we deny that it's killing us? I'll be here all week. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy birthday, Country Joe. I resolve to do what I always do. I ain't hurting you. Life is anything, it's embarrassing. It's a rusty nail through a careless shoe. You can't help but sit around and wonder sometimes why there's never anything that a shoe can do. But think about how unfair it is. Let the nails just go where it's got to. If you ain't the dumb kid that's out walking around, you kinda gotta do what you want to do. Happy New Year. Everybody, and specifically happy birthday to you, Country Joe. I resolve to do what I always do. I've only ever made it a day or 2. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, babe. You know you promised that you would kiss me midnight. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I resolved to do what I always do. That only lasts a couple days. I sure appreciate y'all. Thank you for being so